Do you believe in God? I mean, do you really believe in God? Where is your faith? In your mind or in your heart? Every Muslim and human being has an obligation to answers on their existence, their destiny, their faith, and the most importantly, on their God rationally. Sometimes you will feel exhausted, but keep the spirits and your energy, because your mind, your soul, will be absorbed into the long intellectual journey. More than 300 years before century, even back in the Prophet's era, people often questioned themselves about their existence. Where did we come from? Who is God? What is God? But wherever you are, before you go deeper and stuck in a lonely intellectual path, you will need partner, books, guidance, and a perfect place to share all of your questions. Brilliant and open-minded Indonesian Muslim thinkers, Dr. Nurhalis Majid,
in computer because it results from observation. About the topics covered in this
Dr.
course.
Haidar Bagir, Dr. Jalaluddin Rahmad
It's quite legible from your side.
are the first founders of ICAS, Islamic College for Advanced Studies, continuing the Prophet's and philosophers' duty to educate Indonesian Muslim societies on understanding Islam comprehensively and rationally.
The philosophical tradition in Islamic community in Indonesia is quite poor as compared to the Catholics or to the Christian groups or even to the Buddhist one. So we hope that this college could promote philosophy and mysticism in the academic situation in Indonesia. So this is actually our mission.
The Islamic College has been established since 1997 in London, and since then we have a group of institutions which work with us around the world. We have one branch here in Jakarta, and also we have a sister institution in Accra, Ghana, and we are developing our network around the world.
ICAS developed and opened its first branch in Jakarta. In collaboration with Middlesex University London and in cooperation with Paramadina University Indonesia, the programs offered aim to deepen students with overall understanding of Islamic philosophy within historical and modern contemporary context of philosophical and worldviews issues.
Inshallah, this will provide very strong foundations for the cooperations, and we would like to have a more active engagement on research and training on Islamic studies, the study of philosophy, in which will benefit Muslims in Indonesia, scholars of Islam, as well as exchange of idea for both civilizations. So I am very hopeful that this is a very good new foundations for the existing cooperations, and I look forward for further engagement on this. We're hoping that the way the training and research is undertaken in ICAS is a world-class research and training. Therefore, we're talking about all near perfect or closing to perfect in terms of the management of the process, the substance, as well as the people who are involved. So uh, I am optimistic that from now on we will have a much better management as well as output from ICAS.
Signing this MOU is very important for ICAS and also for Paramadina. It's important for ICAS because ICAS is international college, and for its activities need to cooperate to other university. Alhamdulillah, by signing this MOU, now they study well and they will publish their thesis, and we can attract so many good students to ICAS for next years.
Mastering Islamic philosophy and mysticism needs not only the expertise of its teachers, but also proper guidance, which was passed from the late Dr. Nurhalis Majid,
With the story of an animal. Story of an animal.
Dr. Jalaluddin
And
Rahmad,
then, it has a coherence.
And the first centuries of the modern era,
Dr.
and
Haidar Bagir,
Itu sudah ada realitas idenya. Baru
Professor
kemudian
Mulyadi
DPR ini
Kartanegara, Professor Dr. Abdul Hadi,
I want you to do on the paper. It's waste of time because you listen to other.
to support the intellectual journey to seek the truth, ICAS provides students with 3,685 titles, both in English and Indonesian language study materials, 1,344 in Arabic, and 1,951 in Persian. Fluent in English, Arabic, and Persian is a must for ICAS student.
English at ICAS Paramadina, we held 6 level here. So from 1 to the 3rd level, the first to the 3rd, they are trained about basic or general English, trained with some specific skill, reading, listening, and structure, to prepare them to the next level for having TOEFL preparations. And in TOEFL, of course, they are equipped with standard academic for the 4 skills: reading, listening, writing, and structure. And this level, of course, to prepare them to the next level for academic purposes. And this academic purpose specific for academic writing, how to prepare them to write in English and to read very well.
Prior to graduating from ICAS, students must do their defense thesis.
They who have finished the MA program will be graduated and in commence ceremony in Paramadina.
ICAS Jakarta offered qualified students an opportunity to take short course in Iran, the Mullah country. During the program, students will be able to meet great teachers and enjoy spiritual journey. In its first year of establishment in 2003, ICAS Jakarta opened their master program for Islamic philosophy, following with master program of Islamic mysticism in 2004. In 2005, ICAS developed their special bachelor degree program in Islamic studies. The curriculum of bachelor and master program consists of 6 main components. The first is comprehensive understanding of Quran and Hadith. The second is mastering 2 foreign languages, English and Arabic. The third is to understand the history of Islamic and Western philosophy. Fourth is advanced understanding of Islamic theology, al-Kalam and Aqidah. The fifth is knowledge of Islamic and Western philosophy. And the sixth is understanding of Islamic mysticism, tasawwuf.
Our program is about the Islamic theology and Islamic philosophy and also Islamic mysticism, tasawwuf or advanced. We cannot experience them from the Islamic history because when the person wants to know about the programs, about the knowledge, they must know about the Islamic history. And also we teach our students about the Islamic Western philosophy because we want to our students they have knowledge deeply about the philosophy. They can compare about Islamic philosophy and Western philosophy.
Almost naturally, the teaching of Islamic philosophy and mysticism in ICAS would center around uh, one of the most prominent figures in Islamic philosophy and mysticism, which is Mullah Sadra. Because without disregard of other philosophers and mysticism or mystics such as Al-Ghazali or Ibn Arabi, Mullah Sadra can be seen as the peak of the development of Islamic philosophy and mysticism. Not only that, Mullah Sadra is a representative of the peak development of the two Islamic sciences, but at the same time, the teaching of Mullah Sadra would combine the two Islamic sciences that before his time was seen as two separate Islamic sciences.
Oh, one way. But subul
sangat familiar di telinga harusnya banyak gitu loh sebagai ilmu pikir saya.
Expensive. We save environment because itself. I mean, our global aim is to save environment for itself. So the most important things in this view and in this perspective is that we should save the environment, yeah, itself, because it is very important for us. It is very important. The second one, and I think this is the Islamic view, and we do not look at the environment, and we don't want to save environment for itself. You know, the most important thing in this view is to protect human itself. Is the most important thing in this view is to bring human into its own goal, and for bringing human to this goal, we need environment. So in this view, environment will be a tool to be used for bringing human to their goal.
ICAS has a very supportive and student-friendly environment, enabling the students to raise questions freely on any subject of interest.
During the class, sometimes I see that the students are very enthusiastic from the questions they ask. And then the questions are sometimes very fundamental or very essential, and there is no time or no session that we do not have any interaction. It's usually an active interaction between me and the students. Like they do not keep to themselves, but they bring out all questions that they have in themselves.
One of ICAS' future ambitions is to make it a research university. After students had passed their understanding in the classrooms, they can focus on deep research and intellectual exercises during seminars. Research department is one of the important sections in ICAS Jakarta.
For making ICAS as the research university in real sense, according to me, any research cannot be done unless it's based on our commitment to the truth. So ICAS should be a research university by committing ourselves to the truth.
Inspired by the great spirits and efforts of prominent scholars, Ibn Sina and others philosophers, Allama Tabatabai, Murtada Mutahari, Ayatollah Taqi Misbah Yazdi, Hairi Yazdi, Syed Hossein Nasir, for they have deeply creative in delivering the richness of Islamic philosophy.
In order to achieve ICAS objective, how to promote Islamic rationality in scientific culture in our community, we established one center in ICAS, what we call a cross Avicenna Center for Religion and Science Studies. We use the name of Ibn Sina, great Muslim philosopher, also great Muslim scientist, in order to promote that Islam has profound heritage in science, philosophy, mysticism, as well as human thought.
Across, Avicen Center for Religion and Science Studies aims to raise religion science discourses in broader context and philosophical realm.
We established a study center for religion and science that we name it across, abbreviated from Avicenna Center for Religion and Science. We want to motivate the students to do research. We want to put Islamic philosophy entering the contemporary context.
Publishing, a division which publishes various original and innovative research on Islamic philosophy, mysticism, tasawwuf, and contemporary issues ranging from Indonesian or foreign thinkers. ICAS has published 5 books and journals. For more ICAS activities, click on www.icas-indonesia.org.
Since the foundation, ICAS Jakarta has arranged more than 25 seminars.
ICAS Jakarta welcomes another university or institution in Indonesia to have cooperation and establish the network such as discussion on book, holy book and dialectica between revelation and history, religion and ecology, opportunities and challenges, hermeneutics and methods of exegesis of the Quran, international conference dialogue on science and religion featuring speakers Professor Mehdi Golshani, PhD, Sharif Technology University, Tehran, Iran, Professor John F. Hart, PhD, Georgetown University, USA, Dr. Syed Mohsen Miri, Rector of Islamic College for Advanced Studies, ICAS Jakarta, International Seminar Murtada Mutahari, International Seminar on Secularism and the Crisis of Humanity, Hikmah in Contemporary Philosophy, Islamic Renaissance,
shapes the present according to the tradition that we have. And it's something which
recognizing our present role and contribution in retrieving philosophy in Southeast Asia, especially in Indonesia. We in Islamic College welcome you to collaborate with us.
The natural world is cut off, or the hands of God are cut off. Well, that is not straight at all, because what is it? Internal.
For next 5 years, Islamic College has intended to achieve the highest rank in Islamic philosophy and mysticism activities in Southeast Asia region. The first plan is opening the new master program under the topic of Quranic rational studies. The third plan is opening the PhD program in Islamic philosophy and mysticism. The fourth plan will be done, inshallah, during these 5 years, using Arabic language beside the English language in ICAS academic activities.
ICAS Jakarta also took part in Prophet Cartoon Demo 1st of March in 2006. ICAS support for demonstration on Alliance of the Prophet's Devote, Ruler of the World. ICAS provides complete facilities for advanced studies in Islamic science, combining the traditions of all Islamic school of thought, discussing Islam in modern worlds, bringing the Indonesian into international discourses on Islam, and of course, studying Islamic philosophy and mysticism in a broader view, providing students with a global perspective.
Before I study a lot of Islamic philosophy here, I often followed common sense. I often followed the majority of people's thoughts. As we all know that the majority of people's thoughts are in a materialistic world.
As a doctor or as a scientist, then I can see that it is not only about the physical phenomena, actually the reality in existence.
The benefit that I got from this institution is, for me personally as a teacher, it changed all the perspective that I have in mind, and it even affects the way I teach, the way I look at the students, and about all the perspective in the spiritual life. I thought it's about religion at the beginning, but finally I try to realize that Divan is not only about religious stuff, it's about what you have in mind, in heart, and how you believe in God.
This is a free place for every free thinker, not only excluded or not only excluded for the Muslim, but it is also open for non-Muslim. It is the right place if you want to study or to broaden your understanding of the truth, religion through mysticism or through philosophy.
I want to prove about how to relate it the Islamic studies and others discipline science.
One thing that every student of Islamic philosophy and mysticism would have to always bear in mind is that studying philosophy and mysticism cannot be something instant. One would have to go through stages from the lowest one up to the highest one, and it needs energy as well as it needs time. Yeah. As a student of Islamic philosophy and mysticism, we need to understand that we are studying about the truth, and knowing the truth certainly is not an easy task. One would have to really concentrate and dedicate his time, his energy, and also a great deal of patience to really be able to master Islamic philosophy and mysticism.
Finding the truth takes a hard work. You need the time and patience and willingness. However, when you are close to God, it can never be replaced, such as the feelings that God is everywhere.